Lights. Hi guys, how are you? Sorry it took us a little while to get online today. For whatever reason, we were logged out.
Yes,
So
locked us out.
it just took a few times entering it the exact same way. I guess there is the idea that maybe sometimes you're not crazy, even though you've tried doing it 5 times the same way. It worked. So I'm glad that everyone is here. Hi, Thelma and Irene and Sunny. I saw Sunny here. Michelle, Mary T, and Adeline. Diane. Don't see Mary R yet, so I hopefully didn't not include a Mary in that list.
Say hi to Deborah.
Hi, Sunny.
That's right.
Bryce wanted to make sure that I said hello to you. So Deborah goes by Sunny, and she's one of our local people. I know that we've covered that before. Sorry to tell you again. It's been a day, let me tell you. So I am going to start showing you items, and Bryce is going to head out the door for a little while. So it's just me. Hopefully I can keep an eye on the questions as well, but I may have to wait and have him come back and just double check. Do you want to toss me the close up just in case? Thank you, sir. Okay. So I am pleased to say that we have half kits of the decoupage. The spring is here, decoupage that we got. I actually showed you all of these items last time around, and I thought that we would possibly break them into kits like this because we've done it in the past. And so if we hear from enough people that they would buy half a kit, we break them up into half kits for you. So then you're only getting one set of the items instead of 2 sets. So keep in mind that with these, since there are 2 sets that go with each, it's about half the cards, but you make between 4 and 5 cards per full sheet of these, if that makes any sense. So each one of these is a sheet that you can usually make 4 to 5 of. We haven't made anything off of this yet, and I will probably make the decision as soon as I see that we've got some other ones in stock. Now that we've gotten half kits in here, I'll probably do a few videos of this pack because everybody loves the spring deco deco half kit set. These were some of the ones that we had. These lambs are so adorable. They're so pretty, and I really, really enjoy them. And I also like that this year they have a variance then of the same kind that I will usually see. The ducks look a little bit different. The lambs are a different placement and a different drawing. So I like that. And I know that we showed these, but I'm going to just quickly show them again. I love the bird bath this year with the colors that they put into it. You know me, I love birds, and they just turned out so pretty. And then the poppy that both myself and my mom, I said, doesn't that look like a poppy? Poppy isn't a. She said, I think it might just be a nondescript flower we can call it. You should call it. So yeah, that's what I'll call it. Look at all of those daffodils. Oh, so pretty. You've got so many layers there. You can do tons with that sheet. Got the little gnomes. So for comments this week, why don't we do this? For comments this week, why don't you tell me which of the sets that I just showed you You can just say the bunny or the gnome or the daffodils. It doesn't have to be the exact name. Tea, bird bath, cars, cross, tulips, ducks, rubber boots, lambs, and bears. And if you will just let us know which ones you'd like to see us make on camera, I can do a short little video using one or two of these sets over the next couple of weeks. On Saturday, we're doing the Eastern Wishes. So please come and watch on Saturday. It will not be live, but it will be both talking through how to make some of the cards as well as actually making a couple of the cards online. So it should be about 2 hours long at most for Saturday. So hopefully that helps. If you make them down in the comments section later on, Michelle and Irene, I'm going to just ask Thelma. Thank you guys for answering so quickly. If you will, in the comments section afterwards, when you guys have your draw for the free gift from Mary R., who's one of our crafty friends, and she has some backup help from some of our other crafty friends for making things, and they will send you out a gift, and maybe your comment will be the one that tells us which ones that we can make over the next couple of weeks. So if that makes sense to all of you, great. Just remember, after we say goodbye, hit refresh. Some people have to wait a couple hours to hit refresh and make the comment, but others will be able to get in right away. So just let us know, and I will just kind of keep an eye on things and go fairly through and figure out between what's said in chat and what is said in comments, and hopefully we'll be able to get those pulled. At least a couple of them done. That would be my hope. Okay, so here is a new layered flowers look from Creative Expressions. They are so pretty. As you can see, let me go ahead and go in a little bit closer. Wrong way. So they've given you a look here of the items, and the idea is that you have all these various layers, and just by doing your layers in different colors, you will be able to make these. There doesn't require any coloring, painting, unless you want to, stamping, any of those things. You don't have to do with these. They go directly and layer up quite nicely without having to do any of those things. If you're someone that likes to color them in and you want to do them white and then color in the pieces, you're more than welcome to do that too. So sometimes I'll just take a piece of paper, and if I know that I'm going to make quite a few, I will color a whole bunch of the papers in greens and reds and pinks and purples, and then I just punch out from those watercolors, and they turn out to be so beautiful. Hi, Glenn. So this is a great way to use this die, and they are a very nice size. I know that they look quite big on your screens right about now, but it looks like they'll make about, I'm going to say with everything included, you may end up getting to be about, maybe up to 3 inches tall. So it would fill a little 4x6 card quite nicely with the 3 flowers and a saying. So that is a great deal. Okay. we have been going through and looking, as you know, we're doing a lot of inventorying. I should say Brittany is doing a lot of inventorying. And so whenever she finds something on the shelves that haven't been online in our shop because they've gotten missed with time when we did our switch over from one computer inventory system to the other, some of these I think have made it to where it's it just didn't catch. And so some of these are going to be brand new to you, or maybe you've seen them in the store in the past and you're like, oh, I thought they were all gone. Well, they aren't all gone. Here we've got some. So these are domed window cards. They are from they're from Holland. And it says distributed by V. Ewan. And it says Edith's Creation there at the bottom. So some of those types of things will help you in search. It should also be in the newly listed section because anything that we found, even though it's older, we have just newly listed it in the new system. So you should be able to find it there. These would make fun little shaker cards. Or you can take things, because they are fairly high, not only will you be able to do things like some decoupage in there, but you can do things like snowballs or make it into a shaker card, and have a lot of fun with those. Okay, Brittany left me a lovely little note. These are Find It Trading 6x6. It's a 50 pack. And Find It Trading does cards very specifically in size. And so their envelopes are a 6x6. However, the card themselves is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So in order for these to fit, they're gonna have to be at least 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. If you try and make a 6x6, these will not fit in them. And that's also in our new listings. And then we've got some refresher things that we've just gotten some new items in. And I think some of these are a little bit different than some of them have been in the past. So this is probably one of my favorite ones of the gilding flakes. These gilding flakes are called Autumn Leaves. I love it because they have so many different colors in there. There's blues and greens and bronzes and golds, and they've I don't think that it has any silver necessarily in it, but oh, they are so pretty. And I also like that it's a little half set. And I'm going to say one of the things that I have done with these is I've put them in little pint jars, because when you try and pull some of this out, it will just kind of go poof as soon as you start pulling some out. And if you put it into a pint jar, you'll have the space to be able to get in there and open up, make sure it's a wide mouth, and get in there and open up some of these pieces. And they're not small by any means at all. They are lots of different bigger pieces of leaf gilding flake. So if you need something that's a little bit bigger, you're going to find some of that packed in the middles. And then what I do is that I keep an extra pint jar around. And anything that I've used, once I've gilding flake anything, when I go to clean up my mess of gilding flake, I will take it off of my little mat, and I just pour it back in. Or if you've got your glitter tray, I just pour it into its own new pint jar, and you get a mixture of all of these kind of colors in one pint jar. And it gets to be a lot of fun, and you can reuse in many ways. This one and this one are similar. One has more silver and little spots of gold. It has the bigger blues and green chunks and a little bit of reds and oranges. This one is called Silver Dream. And this one, because of all the silver, it is definitely different than the autumn leaves, but it has a lot of autumn leaf colors. And then they've added a lot of silver in there. This one is kind of the opposite direction. Here's a lot of gold with little spots of silver, reds, blues, greens in here. And this is called Persian Dawn. I'm looking to see if they have an ounce size on them somewhere, and I'm not seeing it. They don't weigh very much. It says 200 milliliter. So I don't know if that helps you at all. This is my other most used, excuse me. This is our most used item that I use. It's got the rose gold with the regular gold in it, and it makes things so beautiful. And especially if you can leave it in these bigger flake areas and then buffer it out. It really burnishes well and gives you a blending effect. And if anybody has remembered from back when we had our stamping classes, the little deer that were in front of a little thing of fir trees that we had stamps on. We put a little deer dye in it, and we used the gilding flake to burnish the deer, and it turned out beautiful. And then this last one is called Red Blaze. So you're going to get the golds and the rose golds, but you're also going to get a darker brownish red as well. So I see a couple new ones that I have not seen before. So yes, again, Debbie, thank you so much for ordering new things all the time. We have just one color of Cosmic Shimmer that we got a new one in, and this is called Emerald Green. I don't remember if we've had this one before or not, but it is definitely got that. Let's see if I can hold it still enough. No, I cannot. I think it's just too close. No, sorry guys, I can't get in really closely in order to get it into focus. But it is that color that you can see there in that window, even if it is a little blurry. Okay. We got some more Cosmic Shimmers in. We have, let me see how many of these are what. So we have quite a bit of opal and metallic that came in. If you guys haven't used the opal, or if it's been a while since we've talked about the opal, you can use them on white paper and black paper, and they work a lot like the Lisa Horton colors do, where of Cloud 9 inks. It's very similar, where they come through and you're able to, sorry guys, I'm trying to read at the same time I'm trying to talk. Okay, so the opals come in to where you can put them on black or white, and it changes the colors. Thank you for doing the thumbs up, guys. Hi, Mary R. And so these, I'm trying to get all of the same type on here together. Okay, so these are the metallic ones, and I have gone back through, and the ones that I've had that are open and completely dried out at home, I double checked on them recently when I was getting ready to put them away, and most of them, if I sprayed it, it seemed to be able to come back fairly nicely. But it works great, and I showed you how you can use it as a paint just as much as using it as a paste. So that item that may be a little bit more dried out may work a lot more similarly to a metallic paint instead of a paste. Okay, so this is green and red. One is called Carmine Red, the other is Green Dragon. Now this is a metallic. It's called Pearl Luster Gilding Polish, but it is a metallic. So it's maybe because it is pearl, it may work kind of like an opal, but I can't guarantee it. I use this for making a lot of snow on my cards, giving it a 3D look by using a sponge on top to kind of mound it up a little bit. There used to be one that they have called Ice and Snow. Those it doesn't turn different colors with different things underneath it. There's no opulence to it, but it really does look like ice and snow. This one is white, but it's got a little bit more of a golden reflection to it. Here we've got Purple Paradise. And these do have that metallic sheen that you would get with metal. The others will shimmer and be pretty, but these really will have that metallic look when you go to use them, whether it's in a paste format, a paint format. And it's a nice thick consistency. So like I said, if you want to, you can keep it and give it a 3D effect. It can take a little bit to dry if you're not using it. If you are going to do that buildup, I recommend you do a light version of the buildup and then build up from there. Or you can also build up all at once. You leave it on your card, but it's going to take at least overnight to dry. So just a heads up, if you like using mixed media, these are great. This one is called Petrol Blue. And I think some of these are new because I don't recognize some of the names. This one's Pure Silver Gilding Polish. And you can really see the metallics. If I can hold it still. No, there we go. Then I move it to try and show you all the sparkle. So up in here, you can see how it sparkles and shimmers in the light. So there's those. We have a luster polish, and this one is the Snow and Ice luster polish that I was telling you about. This I love to make snow with. But if you don't want that really sparkle like this one has, I used, it looked a lot like this one. So they've changed it up a little bit with this luster. It's got a much shinier piece to it. So if you have the old Snow and Ice, it is a little bit different this time around. So they obviously have added a few different things. This is Lavender Blue Opal. So it looks blue, but it's going to have lavender in it if you put it on black. What you see is what will be on white, and any other color that you use underneath it is going to change the color a little bit. So this one is called Rose Gold, and this one is the metallic. I accidentally put it in the opals. So this is a metallic. Here we have a pink color, and I think it's a pink and lavender. Yeah, Lilac Rose. So it's got pinks and lavenders that go on in the black. This one is purple and blue wisteria. So this will change from purples. You can even see in the light when it reflects how it looks almost blue. But I'm going to tell you, this is completely a dark purple. Dark purple probably isn't the right term. Mid purple. Lavender color. That's why they must call it that. This is Blue Parakeet. This one truly does go on in this apple type of green, and if you have it on black, it will have blue shimmer on it. It will look blue. Oh, I'm sorry that you maybe have damage on the farm, Glenn. That makes it awful hard. This one's copper pearl, so it does look white, but when you put it on the black, it's going to have that orangey copper color to it. Okay, and I know I just gave a whole bunch of those. Usually I try and break them up, but I don't have the space to let that happen this time. We have Cosmic Shimmer in the 30 mil. So we've got this in again. This is the smaller bottle. I don't have a larger bottle near me, but there's 120. So just imagine this as being 4 times the size, and you get our regular larger bottle. And then the people that, when they started making the round instead of this flat shape, when they started making the round, that's double of what this is because it's a 60 mil. So that's what the 3 sizes are that Cosmic Shimmer comes in. As you guys know, this is the one that we probably use the most here in the shop. And then the rest of these, I'm going to hold off on those 3. The rest of these are repeats of our Graphic 45 that we got in. This is Mermaid Flowers. These are a beautiful set. You can use them in so many different ways, but they're the Mermaid Make a Splash colors. We've got 8x8s of Letters to Santa. We still have a few 12x12s left, but we were sold out of the 8x8s. And we didn't think that we were going to be able to get any more in, but we were able to, so I was excited. And then we have Hello Pumpkin that we still have been able to get in. So this is an 8x8. Let's Get Artsy. And these, I'm not opening them just because we've shown them a few times now. But these are the ones that they still had a few in stock. So I'm making sure you guys can see them. This is the Make-A-Wish. Oop, wrong direction. Here you go. Thank you, sir. So there's our Make a Splash in a 12x12. Life is Abundant. This one was a beautiful set that we've done in the past, and we have them back in as 12x12s now. We've got Warm Wishes. Kind of got some stuff in the way. And a balancing act going on. Then we have our Warm Wishes. So this year's Christmas, the Merry and Bright, we should start seeing some more of those be able to start coming in again. Because every once in a while, they'll just find some extra in their stock and they'll put them in. So I have noticed that they kind of come and go with time. But this is probably going to be one of the last times for these prints. I can't say that it is going to be the last time, but it probably is just based on the timeline that I've seen in the past. We have the new Curiouser and Curiouser card kit in, and this is a little different, so I am going to pull it out and show you guys.
Say hi to Anastasia.
Hi, Anastasia. I said hi to Michelle. I got Glenn, and I think I got Mary R. Hi, Karen. And if I didn't get Mary R, I'm very sorry because I thought that I did. But now that I see it, I'm re-questioning that. Okay, so this set is the Alice in Wonderland set that they just came out with. And I'm trying to see what kind of a card system this is. It's a pop-up card. neat looking pop-up card. So it's not your usual M style pop-up card, but something similar. And I'm going to come in and show you kind of like the picture that shows what the fronts look like, what they look like once they've been opened. Glare on there is not helpful, is it? There we go. So there are your pop-out versions, and the more that you send them back, the more that the front pops out. You can see the difference from the ones that are folded forward to the ones that are open most of the way on this side. So it's a new style, and so in order to make these cards, you get a sticker set, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 black square envelopes. You get a tags and frames, and you get a scallop oval window. So that's something that they've put in here to make it pop against the black, since it is a pop-out card. I'm sure that that's part of it. And then you get the 8x8 kit, because I don't think that I've seen a card kit come with the 12x12 yet. They all are 8x8s. And then the albums are usually the 12x12s. Every once in a while, about the time that I say that it's that way, then it changes. So.
Keep you on your toes.
Okay. And then we have the Spring is in the Air kit. Oh, this one is so pretty. So not to be confused with the Spring is Here, Hunky Dory. This is the Spring is in the Air pack. This is the ones with the black and white bunnies on the papers. I really do love this set a lot, and I like the color palette. And this kit, you were able to just see the fronts of. I want to be able to, this one is also a pop-up card. Oh. It pops out. It says pop up, but it's going to be a pop out card. Where you fold it, it kind of becomes an easel type of card. So it pops out. See that little front? So it looks like a regular card. There we go. And then as you move them, they pop out towards you. Almost like an easel, but not quite. And with that, you get this lovely pink. I don't think that I've seen them use this color before. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 razzleberry. It's a little bit more rectangle than it is square. Although I would think that it might be, it's going to look really close to a square by the time you're done, but that color is so pretty. It uses the rub-ons. The ephemera. And the 8x8. Okay. And then we also have the album kits for both the Curiouser and Curiouser and the 12 and the Spring is in the Air set. This album, they're calling it an air album. Oh, wait, spring is in the air. Never mind. Haha. It's an album kit. Everything is included. It's going to give you it looks like it's going to help create tags and flip open your pages within each album page. So it's going to give you a little bit of extra It's going to give you various different flaps on each piece of the album. I like this. It's also left spaces in here for you to be able to add things to the front or on the inside. So these are going to be really pretty by the time they're done. And let me tell you, they've got some sparkly paper in here. Let's see. So it's going to be the Craft Interactive Folio album. And this is the one where you can choose the pieces that you want to put in the book. So it's plausible that they may not be using the entire album piece interchange, all the pieces. They may end up using all of them, but they really have created these albums so that they are something that you can pick and choose what you want within them, and that you don't have to always use all of them. However, in this, because it is a kit, you're going to want to follow what their recommendations are for them to turn out the way that they're pictured. And so this one is a craft color. Their tags and frames. The sticker set. The 12 by 12. It has all those pages in it, and I know that we've shown those before for you. There you go. And then they have this very bright glitter card in a pink taffeta is what I'll call it. They call it pink.
Hi, Vanillas.
Hi, Norillis. How are you? I am going to send you a link this afternoon. I apologize. I tried getting on at home on the computer that I have, and it's not letting me in about as much as it wasn't letting Bryce in earlier or me downstairs today. So I think that we're going to have to do an update or something. So hopefully it will all start working together so I can answer questions at home. There we go. Hi, Kim. Yes, this is beautiful glitter. And it looks and feels very smooth. So it's probably not going to fall off and make glitter everywhere, because I would think that that would be a key point to an album if you're going to move it and put it on the outside. But isn't that gorgeous? They've just done such a beautiful job of that. Okay. I think I whipped all the way through everything already, so that's always exciting. I get to say, usually I feel a little bit more pressed, but this I was able to show you all the different colors and take a little bit of time with all of our pastes from Cosmic Shimmer. Updates there for Debbie. There aren't tons of updates for Debbie at this point. It's going to kind of be the same-o for a few weeks, unless something goes awry, which I don't have wood in front of me, but maybe glass will work. But she is waiting for her appointment with the surgeon in order to be able to see when they're going to determine that. And if you missed our updates last week, they have her on some new medications that help either shrink the tumors more or hold them in place. She is no longer going to have to do any more chemo at this point in time. And some of those cancer pieces were much larger, and they have shrunk quite a bit using the chemo. So her little body was fighting hard, and she's done a great job. So she even said that she's going to feel like maybe starting to do What's New Wednesday again pretty soon. So I can't promise anything, but as she starts to feel stronger and better and not so tired, and it's work to come out to the shop just in itself. So I'm hoping that she'll take the time that she needs to feel better, and we will just keep hip hurrahing her along the way. So does anybody have any questions? Good night, Diane. Glenn, I'm glad that you are well insured. That's very important when you have a farm. So I'm glad to hear that that's a good ending to your day. Not so much fun talking through the insurance company part, but he was out observing damage of anything at the farm.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's going to look like because I didn't see his finalized answer. But I am glad that you guys were able to join us today, and thank you so much for sticking in there and waiting for us to be able to get set up and logged in. And I don't see any other questions that have popped up. So thank you to those that did your 2 thumbs up. And again, in comments, if you will let me know what cards you would like to see made out of the Spring is in the Air packs, I will try and do what I can over the next few weeks. So thank you very much. I hope that you have a great night, and don't forget to sign in on Saturday so that you can see the Eastern Wishes cards that we've made. Okay, thank you, and have a great rest of your evening.